In today's world, where almost every car maker is sprinting toward electric vehicles, there's a small petrol car quietly cruising the streets of Japan. Not only is it running, but it's running with so much performance and practicality that electric vehicle (EV) companies are losing sleep over it. Its name, the Suzuki Spacia Gear. At first glance, it may look like a cute little box on wheels, but don't be fooled. In features, technology, and practicality, it stands toe-to-toe with bigger SUVs. And here's the surprising part. Even in this so-called EV era, this petrol car is so popular in Japan that demand refuses to slow down. Why are people still lining up for it instead of rushing toward battery-powered cars? Is its mileage so incredible that people can't resist? Or has Suzuki packed so much smart technology inside that even EVs look pale by comparison? And let's not forget the updates, because the new version of the Spacia Gear has taken things up a notch. It now has a sharper, boxy, yet stylish exterior, more tech-savvy features inside, and safety systems that make family trips completely worry-free. And here's the kicker. Despite all this, it comes at a surprisingly low price. How? And what's so special about the engine technology that has become the talk of the town? If you want to know how one petrol car is still holding its ground and even dominating in an EV-crazy market, stick with me till the end. How is a petrol car so popular in the EV era? These days, almost every auto company is talking about the same things: electric motors, charging stations, battery range, fast charging. Everywhere you turn, it's EV this, EV that. But in this loud EV crowd, the Suzuki Spacia Gear is quietly winning hearts. Why? Because while EVs sound perfect in theory, they still come with big, real-world challenges. Long charging times, limited charging stations in smaller towns, expensive battery replacements, performance drops in extreme weather. On the other hand, the Spacia Gear runs on good old petrol. You just fill up the tank in 2 minutes and you're ready to go. No cables, no apps, no charging anxiety. And here's the twist. It's not just a petrol car. Suzuki has given it mild hybrid technology. That means it gets a small electric assist that boosts efficiency without the cost or complexity of a full hybrid or EV. The result? Better mileage, smoother driving, and less strain on the petrol engine. Plus, it's practical to the core. In Japan's crowded cities, parking spaces are small, streets are narrow, and traffic is constant. The Spacia Gear's compact size makes it a breeze to maneuver, while its tall, boxy design creates a surprisingly roomy cabin. It's small on the outside, big on the inside, a combination that's perfect for young families, city dwellers, and even older drivers. And style hasn't been ignored either. That boxy design gives it a mini SUV vibe. The sliding doors, a feature you normally see on expensive vans, make it even more practical, letting kids, seniors, or anyone easily get in and out even in tight parking spots. The front LED headlights and SUV-inspired design elements give it just the right mix of cute and tough. No wonder some people call it a mini SUV, and honestly, the name fits. Mileage and engine technology. Less petrol, more power. Let's get to the heart of the matter. The engine. Under the hood, the Spacia Gear packs Suzuki's proven R-Aero 6A 660cc engine, a compact powerhouse designed for Japan's K-car segment. It's small in size, but tuned for maximum efficiency, meaning it sips fuel without sacrificing usable power. Here's where the mild hybrid system comes into play. When starting from a stoplight or driving at low speeds, the electric motor gives the petrol engine a little push. When braking, regenerative braking captures energy that would otherwise be wasted and stores it in the battery. The idle start-stop system automatically shuts the engine off when you're stationary and restarts it the moment you press the accelerator. Smooth, quick, and fuel-saving. The result? Real-world mileage figures of 22-26 km/h in Japanese driving conditions. That's not just a lab number. Many owners report achieving similar mileage in city traffic. Now compare that to an EV. A 300-kilometer range looks good on paper, but weather and driving style can cut it down. Charging takes hours unless you have access to an expensive fast charger. Battery replacements after 5 to 7 years can cost as much as a small car. Meanwhile, with the Spacia Gear, you spend 2 minutes filling up and you're good to go. It works in summer, winter, city, highway. No performance drop-offs, no range anxiety, and very low maintenance costs thanks to its widely available spare parts. It's like having the reliability of a petrol car with some of the efficiency tricks of an EV. Best of both worlds. The 2025 update. What's new? Suzuki didn't just rest on its success. The 2025 Spacia Gear comes with meaningful upgrades. Exterior. The boxy design stays, but the front grille looks bolder and more modern. LED headlights are now standard, giving it a more premium face. New two-tone paint options add a fresh, youthful vibe. Engine and efficiency. The same reliable RR6A engine remains, but the ECU has been retuned for smoother response. The mild hybrid system is more efficient, squeezing out a little extra mileage. Safety. Advanced safety features like dual sensor brake support, lane departure warning, and emergency stop signal are now standard across the lineup. Interior. Still spacious, thanks to the boxy design. Tall headroom and excellent legroom for a car its size. Seats are more comfortable and can fold completely flat to create a mini cargo van layout. A 7-inch infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. A 360-degree camera for stress-free parking. Power sliding doors, automatic climate control, USB charging ports, and a flat floor for easy movement inside. In short, it's still the same practical little giant, but sharper, safer, and smarter. Amazing price, full package on a budget. Now for the part that shocks most people. The price. In Japan, the Spacia Gear starts around 1.5 million yen, roughly $10,000, $11,000. That's far cheaper than most EVs and even undercuts many other petrol cars with similar features. How is that possible? 1. K-Car. Category: in Japan, K-Cars get tax breaks, cheaper insurance, and lower road tolls because they're small, efficient, and city-friendly. 2. Parts. Sharing. Suzuki uses the same engines, gearboxes, and electronics in multiple models, reducing manufacturing costs. 3. Smart feature. Selection. They've included the features most buyers actually want without stuffing in expensive, rarely used extras. 4. Compact size. Less raw material, lower production costs, and lower shipping costs. But with smart interior packaging so it still feels roomy. And it's not just affordable to buy, it's cheap to own. Great mileage, low servicing costs, and minimal fuel expenses make it a budget-friendly champion. Why the craze in Japan won't stop? Japan is one of the most tech-forward countries in the world, with a solid EV infrastructure in many areas. So why are people still crazy about a petrol car? Because Japanese buyers are practical. They don't buy into hype without real-world benefits. EVs are great for some situations, but they still have limitations. Charging times, battery degradation, higher repair costs, and range issues in extreme weather. The Spacia Gear, on the other hand, works everywhere, every time. It fits in tight city streets, sips fuel, costs little to maintain, and carries a reputation for reliability. It's not flashy, it's a quiet workhorse. And that's exactly the kind of product Japanese consumers love. Suzuki's winning strategy. When the rest of the auto industry went all in on EVs, Suzuki took a different path. They didn't ignore EVs entirely, but they didn't bet the whole company on them either. Instead, they focused on making their petrol and hybrid offerings as efficient and practical as possible. They saw the gap: customers who needed an affordable, reliable, low-maintenance car for everyday life. And they filled it with models like the Spacia Gear. That decision has paid off big time. While some EV makers are cutting production due to slowing sales, the Spacia Gear is still going strong, year after year. Suzuki didn't just follow trends. They read the market, played to their strengths, and delivered exactly what customers wanted at the right price. And in the game of business, that's how you win. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Suzuki Spacia Gear and want more powerful, informative auto stories, make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss the next one. Thanks for watching.